EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. One tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 30 yards there.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect. For this to have any chance, he's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jones now to throw on third down. And incomplete here on third down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Gotta go. Lock in.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lock in. Gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Found his target. It's Anderson. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. Yeah. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play action with Trubisky. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
18.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, some strong running. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
But try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
4 down. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in. Hey, 18.
This time Trubisky will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
18. Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Here's Jones. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Jones, off play action, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Gotta go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Move, move, move.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We're go. Hands up. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Lock in.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. David Johnson on his way. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hands up. Move. Hands up. 18. Hey, 18.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Joey Bosa getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. It was Daryl Worley there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Back out of that belly. Here we go.
Now Jones throwing on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The intended receiver there, Allen. This beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Eckler to return it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, it's going to be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Johnson jostles free. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And that's one of the reasons you like to. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And that's going to be incomplete. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. If you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Throwing Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Now he's going to let it go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And his kick is right through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That one goes for 24 yards.
We're go. Red, up. There you go. You see it?
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Trubisky now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go. Red, blue.
Trubisky to throw again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he puts it through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 10. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. David Johnson on his way. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson, an even 90 yards, and the Bears will extend their lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
Here's Eckler to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jones off the play fake. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. It's complete right side to Benjamin. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now we'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first down. Jones over the middle. He's got Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Watch it. Red, up. Hey, gotta go. Blue. Watch it.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Benjamin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.